Welcome into Drew's Daily Diamonds for Thursday, March 13th, 2025. I am Drew Martin breaking down the slate of games. March Madness. We got conference tournaments coming your way, guys. Let me know in the comments below where you agree, where you disagree, your picks for today. All is welcome. Helps grow the show. Smash that like button if you're liking the content. As we got first game up, 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 a.m. Pacific on the Big Ten Network. We're heading to the second round of the Big Ten Conference Tournament in Gamebridge Fieldhouse, Indianapolis, Indiana. It's Northwestern and Wisconsin. Wisconsin comes in as the 18th ranked team in the country, -7.5 as the home favorite, 141 being the total. I say home favorite. They're the home team, neutral site game in the tournament here. In Wisconsin, great season overall. I mean, 23-8 on the year. Also a money printer, very quietly. I haven't heard many people talking about it. 20-11 against the spread. So this team has been printing money. 15-6 against the number. Their last 21 games overall. Greg Gard's team, a big part of the reason why is it's the number one free throw shooting team in the country, not to mention their top three in both offensive and defensive efficiency in the Big Ten Conference. Wisconsin is a bet on team right now. Now they're up against Northwestern, who's kind of a scrappy team, solid defense. But when you look at Northwestern in the Big Ten Conference, they kind of struggled against the better teams, and I would put Wisconsin definitely in that mix. Wisconsin went into they beat Northwestern on the road, and it was the second of back-to-back road games. Kind of a tough spot for the Badgers in the regular season matchup against Northwestern. And it was a great spot for Northwestern. They stayed home coming into that. I think it's more of the same here. I think Wisconsin wins by double digits, guys. So we're going to lay the touchdown in a hook here, -7.5 on the Badgers to tip us off on Thursday. An hour later, we're heading to the SEC Conference Tournament, second round action on the SEC Network, Bridgestone Arena, Nashville, Tennessee, for the Lone Star State battle between Texas and Texas A&M. A&M comes in as the 14th ranked team in the country, -6.5 split line as the favorite, 139 being the total. Texas A&M 22-9 on the season. They won and covered their last two of the regular season, including beating the number one team in the country, my Auburn Tigers, by double digits. They've been playing good basketball here down the stretch. Top 10 defensive efficiency team and the number one offensive rebounding team in the country. So they're getting extra possessions here. Buzz Williams' squad. One thing I'd like to look at is, first off, they have a senior point guard in Wade Taylor, who I think is one of the most underrated players in the country. And they also, looking at past years in the SEC tournament, they made the semifinals or the finals in each of the last 3 years in the SEC tournament, meaning important games for the Aggies, and they've proved it in the past. I'd look for them to do it again here. I think Texas A&M wins this game. They might make a run in the SEC tournament, kind of a dark horse for the NCAA tournament, in my opinion, if you're kind of looking for teams, not that everybody's talking about at the top of the rankings, for a team kind of a longer shot. I like A&M to make a run in the tournament. And in this game, -6 flat is available, and they're up against the Longhorns. 1-8 against the spread and the regular season. They were burning some cash here. I think A&M gets it done. -6, I think it's short. We are on Texas A&M over Texas. Got one game left. It will be the best bet for the show. A reminder, if you could comment below, does help grow the show. If you've been making some money, helps the algorithm on YouTube. Smash that like button if you're liking the content. Your picks, really anything is more than welcome, guys. The recap for the show, last 2 weeks were 19-12. That's 61%, given out for free. Mostly -110 too. We're not giving out money line, -150 favorites and then claiming the 60%. This is legit, guys. 19-12, 61% plus 5.8 units of profit. The last 2 weeks, you've been betting every single game we've been giving out, and that includes 2-0 on Tuesday, the quick sweep there on the Tuesday card. And I'm actually doing this in the 9 o'clock Pacific hour for the Thursday show the night before. So we still have one game going, late night action here. So I can't recap the Wednesday games just yet. But yeah, guys, let's get into the best bet here. Do appreciate everybody commenting below. And we're going a little bit more off the radar here to the MEAC quarterfinals. It's ESPN Plus, 6 o'clock Eastern, streamable on ESPN Plus. It's Norfolk Scope Arena in Norfolk, Virginia for the MEAC Conference Tournament quarterfinal game. Morgan State and Howard, the Bison of Howard, minus 3.5-point favorites, 161.5 being the total to as high as 162.5 as the total. Both of these two teams, Morgan State and Howard, 7-7 in the MEAC conference. But here's the story, guys. This total, these two teams combined to go 34-19 to the over. That's for the full season. They're flirting with 70% overs here. And it shows in the numbers. Both teams top 60 in tempo, getting up and down the floor. And Morgan State and Howard are both in the bottom 20 defensive efficiency teams in the country. So we're going to get a lot of possessions and not a lot of defense, most likely, in this game. And talking about the Howard Bison, the two-time defending champion of the MEAC conference, and in the first two games against Morgan State earlier this season, they scored 195 points. That game was 100-95, so 195 points. And the other game, 168 points. We get it in the low 160s here. 161.5 is the low water mark. I think we get up into over. I think this gets into the 170s and beyond, guys. So for the best bet of the show, it's Morgan State and Howard over 161.5. We got Texas A&M minus 6-point favorites over Texas. We're laying the wood with A&M. And we got the Wisconsin Badgers minus 7.5 in the recap for Thursday's show. If you're interested in premium picks, check them out, WagerTalk.com. Drew Martin Experts page do have a 4%er up and available in the multi-pick pack. And reminder, if you could comment below, smash that like button, guys. That's going to do it for the show. We'll be back on Friday. Come back and join us. Until then, smash that like button, comment below, cash those tickets. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday.